Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. In our previous session, we have learned about what is a protocol and what is a standard. So I just revised it. We can compare a standard with the guidelines, or we can say that standard provides us to the guidelines that how to connect to the computer network. There are mainly two types of standards or data communication standards, which is a de facto and de jure. In the de jure standard, all the standard is created by the official organization like IEEE, and in the de facto standard, the standard is not created by that official organization, but people widely use that thing. That is why it is called the standard. So this is basically main two types of standards. Next is a protocol. Protocol provides us rules that how to communicate in the network. So by using protocol, we are able to transfer or we can exchange the information in the computer network. So this is basically what is a standard and protocols. So in today's session, we have learned about network classification or types of network. So let's start. So our network is mainly classified into the four different types, which is a LAN, local area network; MAN, which is a metropolitan area network; WAN means wide area network; and VLAN means wireless LAN. Okay, so these types are categorized, or these types are derived based on the geographical areas. So let's understand each types in detail. So the first is local area network, which means LAN. Okay, a local area network is a group of computer and peripheral device which are connected in a limited area, such as a school, laboratory, home, and office building. So what it means? You all used computers in our computer lab. Yes, there are many computers in our lab. So this lab is become a computer network because there are multiple computers are connected, and that computers are connected through the LAN. Yes, so this is one example of local area network. It is widely used network for sharing the resources like file, printers, games, and other applications. So in LAN there are multiple computers are connected, and if we want to share information, or if we want to share the files between them, it is very easy to transfer that files or the data. So suppose we have only one printer, and our lab has a 28 PC. So it is not compulsory to connect our printer with each and every computers. Yes, there is only a one printer, and by all that PC we can use that one printer. Yes, so this is a concept behind the LAN, that more than one computers or multiple computers are connected in the small area, and we can easily exchange the information. So as the figure shows, multiple computers are connected in the LAN, and the area in which computers are connected is very small. LAN are the private network in a single building or a campus of up to a few kilometers in a range. LAN is work only up to a few kilometers, so it is only used in a one organization. So one college has their own LAN. It is not accessed outside that college. Suppose we have a LAN in our home. So for example, our home has at our home there are 3 PCs and 2 laptops. We connect all the devices with one LAN cables. So this becomes one small local area network that is specific to us. Okay, so that is not accessed outside that region or outside our home. So this has become the local area network. In general, LAN will be used as a one type of transmission medium in the small geographical area. So the simplest type of LAN network is to connect computers and printers in someone's home or office. As I already said, A home LAN is a great way to create a connection between every device in your home, including PCs, laptops, tablets, smartphones, printers, fax machines, and gaming devices. So as shown in figure, we can say that there is only a one router here. There is only a one router here, and there are multiple devices are connected with that one router. For example, one laptop, one phone, one gaming device, computers, and printers. So all that devices are connected with only one router. So this has become the local area network. So you can assume this network as, suppose you have a Wi-Fi connection at your home, and all the phones of yours is connected with that Wi-Fi. Also your laptop is connected with the Wi-Fi. Also your PC is connected with the Wi-Fi. Suppose you have a printer at your home, so that is also connected to the Wi-Fi. Suppose you have one gaming device, and that is also connected with the Wi-Fi. Nowadays smart TVs can also be connected with the Wi-Fi. So all that devices are create one network, and that is connected to the one router or one hub, which provides us a network. Yes, so that is become the local area network. So I hope now you all are clear with what is a local area network. I again repeat, in the local area network, multiple devices are connected with the same LAN, and the area of that network is very small. So that is become the local area network. There are some characteristics of local area network, which is a flexibility, speed, reliability, adaptability, security, hardware and software sharing, and centralized management. Because the area is very small, so we can easily transfer the files. Also the transfer speed is very high because there is a less number of devices is connected. Also it is secure because it is your private network, and we can easily share one hardware or software with the multiple devices. So that are some characteristics of local area network. Some of the attributes are the LAN transmission data amongst the user station. The LAN transmission capacity is more than 1 Mbps. The LAN is used as a private network, so organization can add one or more facility. The range of LAN is maximum 5 kilometers. Okay, so these are some attributes that we cannot extend our LAN more than 5 kilometers. It is a private network, so we can also add our own functionality. The speed, the transfer speed is a 1 Mbps. So this is attributes of LAN. So this is all about a local area network. The next network is a metropolitan area networks. So it is also a LAN, but the geographical area is larger than that LAN. Yes, so we can say that it is a combination of multiple LANs. So the MAN stands for Metropolitan Area Network. A MAN is a computer network based in a metropolitan or a city area through a connection of multiple LAN. It can access by point-to-point connection. By combining smaller LANs, MANs have the ability to extend to a geographical areas of 5 to 50 kilometers. It is sufficient for the network requirements of a city. Okay, suppose here is a one LAN network which is of any company's LAN. Here is another LAN network which is of our home's network. Here is another LAN which is of any school's LAN. Here is another LAN which is a LAN network of one big organization. So multiple LANs are combined together creates a MAN. So how MAN is created? The geographical area is very big. So suppose let's take one example here. Suppose our city is Bhavnagar. In Bhavnagar, multiple schools are there, multiple companies are there, multiple colleges are there. Yes, so each and every organization or the school or the colleges have their own local area networks. Now in the city there is a central location where all that lands is maintained. You can take one example here. Suppose there is one office called GTPL. Yes, so GTPL is become the central location. From that location we can access the internet. But GTPL is set up in the different location, like it is set up in the multiple schools, it is set up in the colleges, it is set up in the organization. Yes, so each organization has their own LAN, but that all LANs are connected with the centralized GTPL office. So this becomes the MAN. Yes, because all the data transfer is done by the central location, which is located at the central area. So this is what a MAN is. Let's understand it with one example. The MAN can be used to provide services including telecoms, internet access, television and CCTV to the business and citizen in these metropolitan areas. So as I said that there is one central office or one headquarter. From that 20 km far there is one warehouse of that office. 10 km far of one factory or one branch of that factory is there. Of 160 km of 160 km far another regional branch office of that office. Yes, so all that branches, all that offices or all that warehouses are far from the central location, but all that location are connected via the network, so they can easily pass the information between the office or headquarter to the warehouse, headquarter to the factory and headquarter to the regional branch office. But all that location is located in a one city. So this is how a MAN network is created. So the range of MAN is larger than the LAN. In the LAN the range is limited to the one organization, to the one office or to one school. Yes, but in a MAN the geographical area is larger than the LAN. We can access the network far from the central location. So that is the MAN. The next is a wide area network. A wide area network, also known as a WAN. A WAN is a large network of information that is not tied to a single location. All world connected with each other using WAN. It covers a large geographical area. A WAN can facilitate communication, the sharing of information and much more between devices from around the world through the WAN provider. Now WAN, we can say that it is a extension of MAN. Okay, so in a LAN there is a area is up to 5 kilometers. In a MAN area is up to the 5 to 50 kilometers, and in the WAN it covers a very large area. It covers the 1000 kilometers of area. So from one location, for example from India, we can easily access the data of London, or we can easily access the data of America. Yes, so there is one central location. Suppose the central location is Australia, and the other locations are India, America and London. Yes, so all that location is connected with the central location. Now if India wants to pass some information to London, so it can use a WAN network, and based on the WAN provider we can easily transfer the data to the London. Suppose I want to call our relative which is lived in America, then I can easily call my relatives. So that call is connected via the WAN network. So based on that we can easily exchange the information all over the world. So this is a wide area network. Now consider one example. For example, a company has two offices, one in London and one in Berlin. Both offices have a LAN. If the company connects these two LANs together using a WAN technology, a WAN is created. Yes, so suppose there is one company named XYZ, and that company has a multiple office in the different location. That one office in Paris, one office in New York and one office in London. and each office has their own LAN. So if I connect LAN of the multiple offices, then it becomes the WAN, because all the offices or all the LANs are located in the different countries. So it becomes the WAN. So when the WAN is created, there is one WAN provider is created, which is called the central location, or we can say that it is a centralized server of world. So through that server we can easily transfer the data between the multiple offices. Yes, so this has become the wide area network. So I hope now you all are clear with what is a LAN, what is a MAN, and what is the WAN. LAN is specific to the small area network. MAN is specific to the city. If I want to connect multiple network of one city, then it creates the MAN. The last one is a WAN. If I want to connect multiple networks of different countries, then it becomes the WAN. Yes. The next is a comparison of LAN, MAN and WAN. So we are comparing LAN, MAN and WAN with the different parameters. First is a full form. So the LAN stands for local area network, MAN stands for metropolitan area network, and WAN stands for wide area network. The second is what is it. In the LAN, systems are close to each other, contained in one office or a building, and one organization can have several LANs. MAN is a large network which connects different organizations, and the WAN is unlimited, usually in 1,000-kilometer ranges, uses a repeater and other connectivity for a range extension. Distance coverage is up to 2 miles in the LAN, limited coverage about up to 100 miles in the MAN, and 1,000 kilometers in the WAN. Speed of operation is very high in the LAN. In the MAN up to 100 Mbps, and in the WAN it is up to 1.5 Mbps because of the large distance. Technologies used for medium in the LAN is locally installed, twisted pair, fiber optic cables, and the wireless. So we all know that in the LAN there is one cable is required, yes, which is a fiber optic cable or the twisted pair. While in the MAN, locally installed and based on the common carrier, for example twisted pair, fiber optics cable, etc. In the WAN, locally installed and based on the common carrier, twisted pairs, wire, fiber, coaxial cable, wireless including wireless and cellular network based. The application of LAN is used mainly by the fixed desktop computers and the portable computers. Nowadays it is used in the smartphones due to emergence of VLAN networks, that we'll learn in the next session. MAN used mainly by the desktop and mini computers, and the WAN can be used by any devices, but desktop devices are mainly using these types of networks. So this is the comparison of LAN, MAN and WAN. So now I hope you are all clear with what is a LAN, what is a MAN, and what is a WAN. So thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.